Hello everyone and welcome. My name is John Gafford. I am a broker owner of a large real estate company here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Prior to that, I was in the tech space for many years, and I'm the founder and inventor of Reeltour. And I want to welcome you to today's webinar where I'm going to run through a lot of stuff for you, so let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is what you're actually going to learn today. What is Reeltour? Why it was created and what it does. We're going to learn how to leverage Reeltour to get listings at a higher commission rate. I'm going to show you how to beat the competition and win your next listing without discounting your paycheck. If you're in a market where there's a lot of discounters, you're going to love this product. Then I'm going to teach you how to set this thing up. I'm going to walk you through every little step of it and show you how easy it is to use this product. And then we're going to talk about the pro version, and I'm going to show you all the reporting, the back office features, and things that are going to make your life easier and help you sell your listings much, much faster.
Listing agents. We know selling homes can be hard, especially if they are on lockbox. Buyer's agents show up with buyers and wander through a home like a treasure hunt trying to discover its best features. How can we expect them to know anything about a home they have never been in? The solution as a listing agent is to personally show the home. But there's only one of you, and after all, isn't that why they invented the lockbox? Now you can show every home every time using the Reeltour app in any affordable tablet. Simply download the app, start a new tour, record a greeting to welcome buyer's agents and their clients, and then record short video for each room you create, where you will get to sell the home by pointing out all the features you just can't convey on a flyer. Then set up the tablet by the front door and let Reeltour take over. Buyer's agents love this. Walking the home with the tablet, you make their job much easier. And at the end of the tour, Reeltour prompts the buyers for anonymous instant feedback on the property. This data is then sent directly to you, and, if you like, to your client, making you look like a rock star. So at your next listing presentation, instead of discounting your commission, build value with Reeltour. And next time your client says, "I want my realtor to show my home every time," just smile and say,
"So if you didn't get all
no
that,
problem."
If you're wondering again, obviously I should give you a good idea, but what Reeltour is an Android tablet app that allows you to show and sell the best features of a home you have marketed, if you're using a lockbox, to potential buyers through short video clips. With the pro version, it will also capture feedback from potential buyers while they're still in the home. So let's take a look now at what a listing looks like with Reeltour and one without Reeltour, and we're going to compare and talk about these differences in detail in just a second. Without Reeltour, buyer's agents are kind of lost when they walk into a house. With Reeltour, they are super informed. Without Reeltour, your seller thinks you should be there for every showing. With Reeltour, your seller knows you're there every time. Without Reeltour, you have limited access for your listings if you want to show them because they have to be appointment only. With Reeltour, you can have them on lockbox any hours of the day that your lockboxes are available to be open. Without Reeltour, you're going to have to chase agents for feedback. With Reeltour, you're going to get that feedback from them instantly. Without Reeltour, you may have no idea why a property really isn't selling, but with Reeltour, you can pinpoint exact rooms that show you the cause that you maybe can fix to get that listing sold. Without Reeltour, you have clients asking, will you cut your commission? And with Reeltour, you're going to be able to build great value at a listing presentation for a seller that's going to allow you to hold that top-notch commission rate. So, advantages for sellers. If I'm a seller, why do I want to have Reeltour in my house? Well, it's pretty simple. Reeltour gives you the best of both worlds. It was created because we realized that the homes that we personally showed, our listings that we were personally showing, gave us the best chance to sell them. But buyer's agents would sometimes skip over these, when they're appointment only, and opt out for the ease of listings that are just on lockbox. But with this, you actually can combine the best of both worlds because you can be on lockbox and still show the property each and every time. The next thing is, your listing should be a showroom. They should not be a treasure hunt. Buyer's agents have never been in these homes and they have very little idea what's in them. The MLS only gives us a couple of lines to describe the best features of an entire house. And after all, it's not really fair because as a listing agent, all you really have to know is the one house, and buyer's agents are kind of supposed to know all of them. But Reeltour gives you the opportunity to sell your listing directly to the buyers without ever meeting them and without jeopardizing the buyer's agent's relationship with them. Next thing is going to be the feedback is made incredibly simple. Feedback to a seller is gold. They want to know about every showing right away, and they don't always understand it when a buyer's agent doesn't call us back right away. But Reeltour, again, is going to capture that feedback instantly, so we'll have it and we can get it over for them. It's going to help them stay informed. With our great one-click reports, your seller will always know exactly what people are thinking about their particular listing. And then what I think is probably most important, it's going to allow them to be memorable. Using Reeltour isn't just informative, but it's fun and different for buyers. They may see 15 listings in one day, and they may only remember your client's house. Now, as a listing agent, advantages that you have as a listing agent, most importantly, it allows you to hold higher commission rates by building value. With the amount of agents out there these days that seem to be discounting their services, Reeltour builds real value in the eyes of sellers. They're going to see that you're on the cutting edge of technology, and it's going to allow you to hold those higher commission rates when you're sitting at that listing presentation. Next, I don't know about you, but I cannot stand chasing agents for feedback. Currently receiving feedback on property involves sending several emails and calling a buyer's agent a bunch of times before I finally get a hold of them many days later, and they don't remember anything about my client's listings. They just give me some answer like, oh yeah, it wasn't really right for them, and yeah, I think it's priced great and it's nice. But with Reeltour, we're going to capture the information instantly while they're still in the house with the buyer. Now, another great use for our product that we're really doing well with is open houses. With the Pro version, you can download an existing tour to as many tablets as you'd like. Then when you have your open house, should a bunch of parties come in at once, you can walk off with one in person, but start the other parties with the tablet. That way, they're A, getting a good tour of your property, but B, you're building rapport with them even though you're not standing there. And you can pick them back up as soon as you get back with the party you're dealing with. Now, the next advantage, low cost startup and high ROI. Android tablets are incredibly inexpensive now. They're like 40, 50 bucks. And our app was designed to be extremely low cost. If you get just 0.5% higher on one listing, it will more than pay for everything you need to use Reeltour time and time again through the course of a year. Now, the next thing is stand out in the market as an innovator. In my opinion, real estate doesn't respect tradition. There's a reason that a lot of your old school companies are going out of business. We respect innovation. So you want to be seen in your community and in your farm area as an innovator, and Reeltour will help you do that. Advantages for buyer's agents when they see it. Number one, it makes their job way easier. Some clients expect buyer's agents to know everything about every house, and we just know that's not very practical. But Reeltour makes buyer's agents look great in front of their clients because they don't have to have a treasure hunt at every listing. They're going to get that guided tour, and they can answer questions as need be. 2, we never ask for their clients' information. Buyer's agents can use Reeltour with confidence because we tell them up front we're not going to ask for your client's info. They know that they can utilize the tool without jeopardizing that relationship that they have with their client. Next, it eliminates email and phone clutter. I don't know about you, but I got 1 million emails that I don't need to read every day, and I got 50 voicemails that I probably don't need to listen to. By being able to give us that feedback while they're standing in the house with the client, we don't have to bother them days and days later with endless emails and phone clutter looking for that feedback. And next, it's actually going to help them close. With the Pro version, when they're giving the feedback, it's actually going to ask closing questions that's going to help them sell a property to their client. If they happen to be somebody that's not very strong or not comfortable asking closing questions, it's going to help them do that and hopefully get them then in a rhythm that even if they don't buy your house, they might use that same dialogue to sell the next one. And then the one that I love the most with it, it gives them a chance to catch their breath. Spending hours at a time with people you don't really know can really sometimes be exhausting. Just filling the air with conversation can absolutely wear you out. Reeltour gives the buyer's agent a chance to take a break and let someone else do the talking, even if it's just for a few minutes. Once you make the decision to jump on board with Reeltour, getting set up is super simple. Now, some things to remember before you get into that is you can sign up online at myreeltour.com, or you can go through the app after you've downloaded it. But it is way easier to do it online before you download. The reason being is because it's much simpler to sign up for an account for something on a full-size keyboard than it is on a tablet keyboard where you're having to type a bunch of information. So I recommend going to myreeltour.com and go ahead and sign up for that basic account. Now, you can also sign up for the free account, try it out, put it on a tablet, take it to the listing. It doesn't cost you anything. And then when you see the magic that happens when you put that tablet in that seller's hands, you can always go back and upgrade to the Pro version later. Next thing, you're going to want to create a Google account just for this purpose. You don't want to use your standard Gmail account used for everything else because it's going to be linked to your account. Technically, your email account will be sitting on a tablet in some random house. So create a different Gmail account, a different Google account just for this one purpose. And lastly, there's a couple of settings that you must address on your tablets before you put them in houses. If you don't, you're going to have problems. The lock screen and the home button functionality are imperative that you address, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Now, Where should you start? What should I get? First thing is, what kind of tablet should I get? If you're just going to go for the basic free version to try out, I'm going to tell you I will recommend you get a tablet that has a really good camera and shoots in HD, because you will have to shoot the videos with that camera that's on the tablet. But if you're planning on going pro eventually, buy the cheapest tablets you can find. I mean, 40, 50 bucks, as cheap as you can get. I mean, there's 10-inch tablets that I buy for $79. They're really, really inexpensive. 9-inch for $59. Really inexpensive. Don't go smaller than 7 inches. Any smaller than this won't just work, because worse yet, people might forget they have it, put it in their pocket like a phone, or set it down somewhere. So you need something that's got some sort of meat to it. Especially great at listing presentations. That's why I like to take a 9-inch tablet to those listing presentations, at least, because when you hand it to a seller, it makes a great impact there. Again, if you're going pro, the camera doesn't matter. You can get as cheap as you want. You're going to want to pick up acrylic stand signs. They're the ones that will hold an 8.5 by 11 flyer, because you're going to want to have the maximum impact for your display. You're going to want to pick up some tablet holders. I recommend the rubber ones, so the tablets, if somebody bumps into them while they're sitting there, they won't fall off. But one of the things I want to point out, if you're like, oh, I got to get all this stuff, we make it easy for you, because if you just go to Reeltour.com, we are constantly researching every day to find the best deals on tablets. This is a screenshot of our website. You just go to the Tablets and Displays tab, and you can buy the stuff right through Amazon. We don't ship it, we don't pack it, we don't sell it, but we do the research for you, so you can buy it, all of it, everything you need, one click right through our website. Nice and easy to get going. Now, once you get your tablet and you set it up, you're going to take it out of the box. You're going to turn it on. You're going to have to create an account with Google, sign up for the tablet, and basically start open and get running. But the first thing you want to do before you do anything else is we need to go ahead and disable the lock screen. So go into settings, and how you get into settings from any time on any Android tablet is you touch up here where you'll see in the upper hand corner, you'll see right here where it has the time. Just touch the time and drag your finger down. If you do that, you'll have no issue at all getting this stuff up. So just drag this down. This menu will open with all the different types of settings, and then click security. Go to screen lock. It's going to open up some things where it says like you can use numbers or you can use a pattern. Just select none. Select none on the screen lock, and you'll be fine with that. That's the first step. Then you're going to want to open the Play Store, find Reeltour, download it, and once it's installed, it's going to open up and look just like this. So after the install, open the app, and it'll prompt you to register for an account. If you haven't already done so online, again, I recommend you do it online, but if you haven't, that's not a problem. If you have, you'll just enter your username and password and hit login. If you've not, you'll hit register. We're going to assume that you haven't, so you'll hit register. Once you hit that, this page is then going to open up, and it's going to show you all the different packages that we offer. We have obviously our standard, which is free. Now, even if you just download even if you download the free app from the Play Store, you still have to sign up for an account by going free and sign up. You still have to. Now, at any time later, if you want, again, you can sign up for Pro. Pro is $19.95, or you can do it annualized, where you'll save about 20% by making one payment there. If you want to see the differences in what they actually offer, you can just scroll down, and it'll show you the different versions there, and you can see what's different between each of the different levels of accounts. Now, to register for an account, you're going to need to create a username, a password. You're going to need to have your email address, and don't forget to click off and agree to our terms and conditions right down here and hit submit. If you want to sign up for the Pro version right now, you'll need a credit card, and all of our credit card processing is done through Authorize.net, which is a very secure site, so we have no access to your credit card information. It's incredibly secure online. Now, once you sign in and you've signed up for an account, go back to the app and log in, it's going to open up your basic home screen, which is this. The basic version, you will not see where it says, you will not see anything that says download existing tour, because you don't have that option. But once you do this, you'll need to do one more thing before you do anything else. Now, we've got to disable this home screen. If you look down here, the middle button is going to look like a house or some variation of a house. Every Android tablet has that. That's the home button. We need to disable that button, and the reason we need to disable it is because if you leave this in a house where somebody can hit the home button and get out of our app, they will get out of it, hand it to a kid, they'll be playing Angry Birds, or worse yet, set it back up on the home screen, and the next person that comes in will have no idea how to use it. So we need to disable this home button. So when you press the home button, this is going to pop up. It's a dialog box that says, what do you want to do when you press the home button? It's going to ask you, do you want to start the launcher, or do you want to start Reeltour? select Reeltour and click Always. This is going to make it where every time they hit home or back, all they can do is stay within the Reeltour app. Now, at a later date, if you want to get it off, if you're like, wow, will it ruin my tablet if I ever want to use it for something else? The answer is no, because you'll just go back up to the time, drag it down to the settings, select apps, and then you'll uninstall Reeltour, and then you'll have your entire tablet back. But for the course of leaving it in the house, if somebody hits one of these buttons by accident, it's not going to cut the app off. Now, also talking about that, connecting to Wi-Fi. If you're going to put it in a listing that has Wi-Fi, great, no problem. Ask your seller what the Wi-Fi password is, and you can connect right there. But if you're going to put in a listing that doesn't have Wi-Fi and you're going to be depending on the tablet to store the information until it's hooked back up to your phone, what I would do is sync it to your hotspot on your cell phone. The reason being is because when you sync it to that hotspot and put it in a house, when you go by and check on the house once a week or however often you do, as soon as the tablet sees the hotspot on your phone, it'll automatically connect and then upload all of the data that it's saved since it's been sitting in the house directly to your dashboard and make it really easy for you. Creating a new tour. Now, once you've got this on and you're ready to set up and start a new tour, there's a couple of ways you can do this. The first thing, just hit the Create New Tour button and this menu is going to open. Start out by entering your listing's full address. I recommend this is however you're going to refer to it in the back office, but go ahead and put the street, the city, the state, and the zip. Once that's done, it's time to set the background image. And you can do this one of two ways. By selecting the background image tab, which is here, it's going to open your device's camera and you can take a new photo directly from the tablet. The second option is to click the Add from Library tab, which is here, which will actually open your library on your tablet, and any previously saved photograph that you have that you've downloaded or put on your tablet, you can select it as well as the picture from your library. It doesn't matter which way you do this. If you open the camera or if you select from your tablet, you're going to have the opportunity to approve or deny that picture as well with all the videos. So you'll see the check mark or the backspace. If you like it, it looks good, click the check mark and it will save it as your new background image. The next thing we're going to need to do is record an initial greeting for buyers that they're going to see when they first touch the tablet. This works the same way as the background image. Record greetings is going to open up the camera, or Add from Library is going to allow you to select a previously recorded video. So when you click on this, you're probably thinking, well, what do I say in these tours? I have no idea what to say in the welcome video. Well, again, in our resource section, which is in the back of our website, we give you a script that we strongly recommend you follow. This script is designed to increase usage and also gets the most amount of feedback because there's a couple of points you need to hit when you do this that's going to ensure agents, when they come in, especially if they've never seen Reeltour before, are using it with their clients and it doesn't freak them out. Now, once you've selected a background image and recorded your greeting, you can review them and either save or edit. By clicking yes under the review and save, you will move on to the next step. So once you click save, you can move on to the next step, which is creating rooms. So what you'll do is you'll enter the name of the room that says Backyard 2. You can make it whatever you want. Great room, kitchen, it doesn't have to have a number. Whatever you want it to be, just enter the name of the room. And then, again, just like the welcome video, click to record will open the camera where you can actually shoot, or Add from Library will select the previously recorded video. Now, an easy way to do this, and the best way to do it is, in my opinion, go ahead and shoot all your rooms. Go ahead and take your tablet, walk around the house, shoot every room, shoot your welcome video, shoot everything up front. Get all the videos, they're going to be saved in your library, and then you can just sit down at a table in the house and run through this by selecting the videos you just recorded from the library. Now, the cool thing about the videos are they only have to be really short clips, so it's not like if you screw up, you're going to record a walking 8-minute tour, and at the seventh, on minute 7, you screw up and you're like, oh, we got to do the whole thing again. They're short, they're quick, they're easy, and you just run through this and record as many as you want. Now, if you're wondering, what do I say about my rooms? Again, in the resource section, we're going to give you this questionnaire that I want you to go over with your seller when you take the listing. It's going to give you more than enough information of things and topics to talk about. And if you're wondering things you might want to talk about warranties. I'm not talking about just appliance warranties, but also carpet, flooring, anything else that might have a warranty. Remodeled items. Make sure to point out anything your seller has done since they've owned the house. Nothing cures a boring room better than talking about neighborhood amenities. Talk about events the neighborhood may throw. Talk about the proximity to schools. Talk about shopping. Talk about tennis courts, things that they may not have seen driving in the way they did to get to your particular property. Talk about utility costs. The actual cost to own a home is an amazing thing to talk about, and something that most buyer's agents have no idea what it would be. Including pointing out solar, energy efficient items, all those things that are becoming such hot buttons to home buyers right now. And then of course hidden features, talking about solar, it's on the roof. They may not even see it, but anything that's behind a door, on a roof, or a cabinet, like extra insulation, water filtration systems, anything they can't see, make sure you're pointing that stuff out. And then my favorite thing to point out or talk about in rooms is ideas for overcoming challenges. We all have a house on any listing that's got a couple of rooms, or there's a couple of things that are problems. Maybe it doesn't have enough bedrooms. Maybe something's kind of odd. Maybe it's a little boxy. Well, when I walk in the house with Reeltour and I talk about, say it's got 2 bedrooms and you wish it had 3, talk about how easy it would be to convert that third den to a bedroom by adding a closet. Talk about how easy it would be to opening a wall from the kitchen to really open up a dining room. Don't expect the buyer's agent and the buyers to see the vision to solve your listing's shortcomings. You need to be able to explain them to them while you're going through the property. So once you've created a new tour and everything's done and you've got all of your rooms in, you've created as many as you want, as many or as few as you want, it doesn't matter. At the end of it, you just hit end and the tablet is going to default back to this screen and it tells you it's ready to go. This is what the tablet needs to look like, and then what you're going to do is set it up in an area of high visibility just inside the front door. We highly recommend, again, also the 8.5 acrylic sign, which you can get right from our site, and you can download that sign you see behind it from our website, which all goes together in the resource section as well. Again, speaking about the resource section, we try to make this as easy as possible for you guys. Right at myrealtour.com, go to the resource section. Here you're going to find that script, the questionnaire, seller collateral that you can add in your listing presentation, the marketing sign, everything. We keep adding stuff all the time to make this product as great as we can for you guys. Now, the buyer experience with Reeltour, what a buyer actually experiences when they go through a home with Reeltour, is pretty cool. And this is how it works. So they're going to walk in, they see the screen, the tablet's sitting there like we just saw. And it never shuts off because remember we disabled the lock screen and the Reeltour is now taken over the entire system. So it never turns off, it never has a black screen. When they walk in, it says, "Welcome, touch my screen," which they do. And up pops the welcome video that you recorded. Now, in markets where people have seen Reeltour a lot and they understand what it's saying, they can click the skip video button up in the right-hand corner, which allows them to skip that video and move right on to the actual room tours. Either when the welcome video ends or they skip it, it's then going to default here to where they'll actually see each individual room. It doesn't matter how they walk through the house. They just touch the name of the room they're in. They can see the thumbnails, they see the names, and then up pops that video, plays. As soon as it's over, it closes and goes right back to this menu. It's really simple for them to use, but also very informative. Now at the end of the process, you're going to press where it says End Tour and give feedback. Now this is the magic of the Pro version. If you're using the basic, End Tour is just going to end it, but if you switch to the Pro, here's where the magic really starts. So they hit End Tour, and it's going to prompt them, and it's going to say, is it okay if we record your audio feedback? Now, this is where it's actually going to record the conversation between the buyer's agent and the buyer about what they thought of the house. Here's what I can tell you. If they like the house, you're probably not going to get this, but if they hated it or it had a weird smell or something, you're going to get the audio, which is incredibly helpful. So whether they opt in yes or no, you're still going to go to the questionnaire. If they say yes, it's going to start recording. If it says no, no recording, but you're still going to get the feedback. Now the feedback question opened, and the first 2 questions are very basic feedback questions. What do you think of the condition? What do you think of the price? The stuff you need to get a listing dropped if it's overpriced is what you need to tell them. But then it's going to ask closing questions. Can you see yourself living in the home, and would you consider making an offer? If the buyer's agent's weak, your house might be the only one where these questions are getting asked. Any other comments or concerns? You get the buyer's agent's name, they hit submit, and then Reeltour defaults right back to the home screen again, where they put it back at the front door ready for the next buyer to come through. Now keep in mind that if, say they leave it right in the middle of a tour, they don't hit End Tour, or they skip it right in the middle of the questionnaire, if Reeltour goes idle for any amount of time, after a few minutes, it will default back to the welcome screen, so it's always ready when your next client comes through. Now the back office experience for the people using Pro is where this thing really goes. And to get there, you go to myrealtour.com, click the login at the far right. You would then put in your username and your password just like you did on the app, and you're going to log in and come to your dashboard. Now your dashboard is going to show you several things that I'm going to show you. The first thing you'll see right in the middle, this is going to be your most current feedback, because when you get new feedback, you're going to get an email notification. So when you log in, you want to see the one I just notified you of. Now, this is what you'll see in the middle here. This is my most current tour that got feedback, and this is the actual feedback that I got. It's the results of that questionnaire, plus if it has recorded audio feedback, I can click right here to download it. I can scroll left or right to my most current tours that I've gotten, shows a map of each one, as well as total views, room likes, and room dislikes. Now, if over here on the left-hand side, if I click Home Tours, I can then see a list of every single home tour I have. So if I want to start eliminating them at some point in the future, I can delete them if this gets too bogged down, and this is where you would actually do that. But if I click on, if I also want to see the audio feedback, if I want to get, you can click on the left menu, we'll open a link that has every single property, all the audio feedback you've ever gotten. So if you just want to get the cumulative audio feedback, you would do that here. But if I open an individual property, this is what I'm going to see. Number one, I'm going to be able to see all of the information, all of the feedback, but also all of the cumulative feedback that's come in on this property from every single, all of the different feedback forms that have been filled out and sent in. From here, if I want to send a feedback report directly to my seller, all I have to do is click this one button, Email Feedback. Up pops this button where I put in my seller's email, click OK, and all of this information and a beautiful report is sent off to my seller. Now, this is really important because it's one of the biggest advantages of the Pro version. If you go over here and you'll see where it says Create a New Tour, it's going to open a window that's exactly like the Create a New Tour button on the app itself. Our site is mobile friendly, which means you can do this from an iPhone. And then you can create a tour right from your iPhone. If you click Browse on Welcome Screen Picture, it will open the camera on your iPhone. If you click Greeting and click this, it will open the camera on your iPhone. This means you can shoot tours with an HD camera from your iPhone and buy really cheap tablets, and after you shoot and save the tours, you just save them, and then when you go back into your app, you would select the tour to download, and it will open up all of the tours that you've saved, even the ones that you just shot with your iPhone. Then you can select the one you want to download, click Load, and it will download it to the tablet and work exactly like that. Now, again, for pricing, I know you guys probably want to know what's this going to cost. I saw it a little bit earlier, but let's talk about it. We wanted it to be affordable because we're agents, we're brokers, and we wanted a great tool that wasn't gouging. I constantly see new tech come out for real estate agents, and it's either astronomically expensive because they know we'll kind of buy anything, or even worse, they're asking us to stick, they want to stick their hands in our pocket to somehow rebate our commissions back to a buyer seller. Well, we want to make this affordable, but we also feel that it builds incredible value at a listing presentation. Currently, we're still 100%. Every single listing presentation this has gone to with us, we've gotten a listing every time, and we haven't discounted our commission 1 point. But the basic account is free. Download the app from the App Store, sign up for an account. You can record. You can put it on a tablet. You can record unlimited tours on that tablet. Put it in the house. You won't have any feedback stuff, but you can at least take it with you to a listing presentation and put it in the hands of that seller and show them what it's going to do. Now, with the Pro version, $19.95 a month. That's lock-in. That's our startup pricing. You can download the free app. You can do unlimited tours. You'll be able to shoot your video from any device, including your iPhone, which means you will not have to worry about the quality of cameras on your tablets. You're going to get that feedback immediately from those showings, and you can download tours that are saved and built on your dashboard to any number of tablets, which is great for open houses. If you want to have 2 or 3 on there, you need the Pro for the open house stuff. And you're going to get your analytics reporting dashboard and the ability to send this stuff straight away to your sellers. The Pro Annual is exactly the same thing. You're just going to be able to save 20% by, really the cost of one tablet by investing for a year. Now, frequently asked questions. This is stuff we get asked a lot, so we figured we would go ahead and address it. The first thing is, why isn't this just an app that buyer's agents can download on their phone? Well, there's 3 reasons. Number one, cloud-based service is great, but we're talking about lots of streaming video here that would absolutely kill an agent's data plan. 2, it's almost impossible to get someone to install a new app just because you asked, especially when it's primarily benefiting you. I'm sure you see those QR codes all the time, like, hey, download my app. How many times have you done that? It doesn't work. But mainly 3, the magic of Reeltours is tangibility. When you take that tablet and you place it in the hands of Mr. Seller and Mrs. Seller, and you say, look, the other guy's just going to throw you on lockbox and hope for the best. I'm going to be here every single time showing and selling your house. That impact is unbelievable, and you won't believe it when you see it. Now, another question I get, well, what if somebody steals my tablet out of my listing? Well, my response to that is, well, what if someone steals the dishwasher? The point is the likelihood and how you'd handle that are about the same. I mean, you're putting these in listings that have electronic lockboxes that are tracking other realtors by the key. Believe me, they are incredibly responsible to make sure that tablet is still sitting there when they walk out. Next question, what if the house I put it in doesn't have Wi-Fi? We have a couple options there as well. First you can purchase internet-enabled tablets that allow you to connect directly to the internet, so they're always on there on their own. Second, you connect your tablet through your phone's Wi-Fi hotspot during periodic property visits, and then every time you go visit, it's automatically going to sync up and then send that information back to your dashboard. Or three, you can always ask your client, who probably knows one of their neighbors, to see if they let you, rent some bandwidth. Throw them a couple bucks, hook up to their hotspot, and there you go. You're not going to burn them that much. You're just getting the feedback. Next question I get is, will you ever raise the pricing? No, we're not. But although I will say this, as we become more popular, we may raise our pricing for new users. But if you lock in your the startup pricing now, it's going to be that way for as long as you are a Reeltour client. Next question, is recording the agent and their client's conversation legal? Yeah, it is, because we're notifying them that we're doing it and they're opting in. They have the option to opt out. And like I said, if they like the house, you're not going to get it. But if it smells weird, you're totally going to get it, which is really helpful because, we've all had that one listing that has that weird, maybe even it's cat pee smell, but the seller doesn't smell it because they've lived there for so long. Well, when you have audio of 4 people saying, man, this house stinks, maybe they'll get the carpet replaced. So it's incredibly helpful. Is Reeltour available for all mobile devices? Not currently just Android. I wouldn't leave an iPad sitting around in a listing. Nobody cares about Android stuff. I mean, if you go buy a mobile phone, they'll give you an Android tablet, so the perceived value of them is not very high. But I don't know necessarily I'd be leaving an iPad laying around. But never say never. Never say never. But currently, just Android. How many home tours can I record? You can record as many rooms, as many home tours as you'd like. Video files can eat up pretty quickly on your tablet's memory. So as you delete one tour, you'll probably want to go into your video memory on the tablet and delete that one, just so it's not taking up anything else. Well, I hope you guys got a really good idea of what our product does, how it works. Hopefully you'll sign up for an account. Even if you just check it out for free, go to myreeltour.com, register, grab a free account, download the app, play with it. If you want to get tablets, get them right there, the resource section, check it out. But I promise you, if you put Reeltour into your business, you absolutely will get more listings and be able to hold your commission, and the ones you're getting will sell faster.